poster, let me introduce our topic from Group 6 of Positive Psychology. So our topic is emotional intelligence, and our member is Fikha, Yasfin, Amirul, Khai, Khansaa, and Syafira, Umrotin, Hasanah. And I will pass to the next presenter.
Okay, so this is the poster Positive Psychology Interventions about emotional intelligence. Basically, emotional intelligence is a skill that can be learned and developed. Emotional intelligence is important in many areas of life, especially education and intervention programs to improve emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence can be improved after receiving these emotional interventions. Students who receive the interventions will have a difference in the level of emotional intelligence before and after the interventions. So, the interventions aim to meet the objective as stated to identify the level of emotional intelligence among university students and to increase the level of emotional intelligence of university students after being given an intervention. So, I will pass to the next presenter.
So I will explain about the target audience and duration. So for the target audience, our target audience is university students because an emotional intelligence offers extensive benefit for students because it can influence learner behavior toward peers, elders, and even themselves. So the absence of emotional intelligence among students make it challenging to survive in the challenging learning environment. So which is a response to the requirement for diverse learning in the current competitive environment. So this an intervention for emotional intelligence give the targeted student a test to examine their level of emotional intelligence and treatment plan to address their lack of empathy, lack of self-regulation, and poor social skills. So for the duration, our program will be conducted for 2 weeks from 20th of January until 3rd of February. So to ensure the effectiveness of the intervention. So for the intervention will be explained by the next presenter.
Okay, thank you, Khansaa. So basically, our group already choose the 3 intervention. The first intervention is intervention emotional intelligence training. The treatment received by experimental group was emotional intelligence training consists of 6 sections, each section lasting 19 minutes. The training modules were self-made research under professional guide, but not been tried out in organization training. Research combined various methods such as lecture, discussion games between group, question and answer, audiovisual to optimize delivery material research subjective. And for the next intervention will be presented by Zidan.
So the next one, the emotional intelligence training also, is included an 8-week schedule with a 95 minutes face-to-face session in every week. Following with the topic of each session consists of 8 sessions. And the next intervention that we will use is the temperament analysis. So the temperament analysis is a useful assessment exercise, and it was made to assist people in understanding temperament, their own temperament, and working with it. This activity aids participants in exploring the idea of temperament, comprehending what it means and how it develops, how it may affect their emotional intelligence. And temperament describes personality traits that are mostly intrinsic or biological rather than thought. Basically, our temperament is a collection of features that we either inherit or develop early in life. So starting with the temperament test to participate in this activity, the first one is describe the 3 adjectives. The second one is the name to the adjective that others may use to characterize your temperament. The third one is examine each of the adjective mentioned in the previous question to determine if or how much it is influenced by a person's genetic makeup, physical attributes, experience in life, or environmental factors. The fourth one is how does each of the temperamental factors affect you on a personal level. The fifth is how does each of the temperamental factors affect you on a leadership role level. And the sixth one is which of these factors do you want to change and why. So I will pass to the next presenter.
Assalamualaikum and hi. I will continue the presentation. There are several tools used to measure the effectiveness of intervention carried out to our target respondents. Among the tools we use are the Emotional Intelligence Toolkit and Feedback Questionnaire. So the Emotional Intelligence Toolkit is an instrument that often used today because it can measure the level of emotional intelligence at which level. It can also measure several of our EI, which are self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, and social skills. So this toolkit has 15 questions. So the beginning of the program, students will be required to answer the emotional intelligence toolkit to evaluate their current level emotional intelligence. Each respondent will be given a number of questions that are available in the toolkit and will be asked to choose none at all, rarely, sometimes, often, and very often at this stage too. We will ask if the respondent understand the question. If they do not understand the question, we will explain further. This because we want to accurately measure the EI of each respondent. So after completing the intervention, the respondent will be required to answer the emotional intelligence toolkit again to measure their current level of emotional intelligence. So the result will be compared with their responses on the scale at the beginning of the program to ensure the objectives of the program are met. And before the end of our program, we will give a feedback questionnaire to all the respondents so that we will improve the way of intervention for the future. Okay, that's all for me. I'll pass to the next presenter.
So maybe we will come to show the example of how we conduct the intervention first. So maybe the counselor will be guidance for the activity.
So I will take over for the counselor. So good morning, good afternoon, everyone. So my name is Zidan Atabik, and I will be your counselor. So there will be 6 questions that you have to answer for me, and please write it on your phone or maybe write it on your notes, and you will share at the end of the session. So the first question, please describe 3 adjectives that adequately explain the temperament and pick the ones that most accurately represent you. So please write it on your phone. Can someone will be showing the answer? Just need one person. Amirul, maybe? Can you show your answer?
Sure, motivator.
So what is your answer?
So my answer is I list the 3 adjectives, and the first is honest, and second humble, and third is jealous. So for me, I want to change my behavior with is jealous because I easily feel jealous of others when others get the happiness, but I don't. I feel depressed and stressed. I will easily blame the fate. So because this thing made me want to change myself about this adjective, I think that's all for me. Thank you.
So thank you, Amirul, for that answer. So we will continue for the next question. So the first question is basically is how you represent yourself. So for the second question is how you see the person you for yourself and how they look on your characterize. So please, the second question is them 3 adjectives that others may use to characterize your temperament.
May I try?
Yes, you can try.
So others sometimes characterize my temperament or my with adjective is like I'm really sociable person. So they see or view me like a person like really easy to make a friends with other, so easy to talk first with other like that. So but maybe it can be true or not because sometimes I'm really a shy person. So, but the other person characterize my character or my temperament as a sociable person.
Thank you, Khansaa. for your answer. So we will continue for the third question. And for this answer, please keep it for yourself and keep it secret. Don't tell anyone of your answer. So the third question is examine each of the adjective mentioned in the previous two questions to determine if or how much it is influenced by a person's genetic, physical attributes, experience in life, or environmental factors. Please. So write it down on your notes, write it on your phone, keep it for yourself, and keep it secret. So are you guys done?
Yeah, done.
All right. So for the next question is, how does each of the temperamental factors affect you on a personal level? So write it on your notes, keep it on your phone, and keep it secret. You are great, guys. So we are coming for the last question. So for the last question, which of these factors do you want to change and why? So please write it on your note and give it your answer to me later. All right, I think that's all. So Hansa, can you give me your answer?
So
Share with us.
my adjective or temperament that I want to change is my judgmental. So sometimes I'm a sociable person, but if I meet a new person or someone I just knew, sometimes I being like really quickly to judge that person. So I want to change this because sometimes like in the future or in the workplace, I need to more respect towards other. Like I don't need to like easily judge them. So I need to know someone situation from others also point of view or how they feel like that. So I want to change my judgment. Thank you. Others?
So thank you, Hansa, for your answer. So the next one, will Fira share your answer to me?
Okay, sure. I think I'm polite person and obedient, but I have a negative personality that is nervous. So I realized that being nervous is not good, especially if it's too much. I really want to reduce the nervousness so that in the future I can feel more confident about myself. That's all.
Thank you, Fira. Okay. So at the end, hopefully by this intervention, you will know about your emotional intelligence and also now your level of temperament. So I think that's all the end of our presentation and our role play. Thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi